Alright. Gonna go live. I'm seeing green. Alright, I've got Maud in the house, Mertender Bryce.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Paris, and I have an important question for anyone with our...
Doug. Hey, Doug. Well, it's good to know YouTube's running ads in front of my stream, even though I had a slightly ambiguous thumbnail. Well, welcome, everybody. I'm not going to stop the ad that I'm seeing on my computer. We're just going to go with it. We have Blake, Colt, and J-Dog in the house. Hello, hello. If I look down at my phones, because I can't see very well, so I can sort of see the chat from over there. YouTube's running ads for my stream, even though I... And there's me on my phone. Okay, wait, let me see if I can zoom in just a tad more. It's weird, like, the YouTube, it's like, we'll help you, we'll pop out the chat. And I'm like, that's nice, however, I need to be able to read it. And they're like, no you don't, it can be really tiny. So I'm like, okay, that's not that helpful. I wonder if I just restore it in the browser. Sorry. Excuse me one moment, now just zoom in. Yeah, that's better. I'm not able to see as much, but at least it's bigger. So, yeah, anyways, okay, we have people on here, Maria, Zoe, Emmy, Brianna, Chili Squad, Philip Tameo says hello from the US. What you making? I am making a top. So, if you guys remember, I worked on this a while ago, and it was doing okay. But today we're gonna finish it up. So, I think the first step, because what I want to do is basically there's going to be some space where the shells are gonna be, or where the shells aren't gonna be. There's gonna be like a little corner right there, and I want to bedazzle that, so we're going to do that. Oh, speaking of bedazzling, some of my jewels on this shell top are coming a little tiny bit undone, so we're going to try and fix that today. So what I'm going to do is, okay, perfect, both the holes are on. Okay, so there's 3 holes on the top where the original maker had sewed it on, and those all seem to be on optimal spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a really, really loose stitch around it. Ooh, nice top. Thank you. It's like, I didn't make all of it. I'm just putting it on a better bra. So I'm just going to remind myself that this isn't a permanent stitch. This is just a whip stitch or whatever, just to kind of hold it in place, but give it a bit of, I wanted to say laxative, that's not right. A bit of slaxative. Oh, off to a great start here today. Just give it a bit of slack so that I can do a bit of like rhinestoning, bedazzling all around, but I don't need to worry about it coming out of position from where I want it to be. If that makes sense. I don't know if that's standard procedure when it comes to making tops, but that's what I'm doing. If you guys are crafting or arting, let me know what you're doing. You can tell me what you're doing in the stream. Maybe add it on your Instagram story. Oh, shoot. I need to update my Instagram story with a small update about the tail. Okay. The chat doesn't seem to be super caught up on my computer. Either it's slowed down or it's just... Oh, it says top chat? We don't want that. We want live chat. There we go. Okay, the shells look really nice. Thank you. Is the bra going to be for you or another mermaid? It's going to be for me. It is my bra. Alright. Got 8 people watching. I know it's late. So for anyone watching this back, I'm sorry. I know it's late. I know it's 7:30 Pacific, which is like kind of a little bit too late in most other areas. But listen, I worked all day and then I had a nap with my cat. And I'm kind of not in the mood for, like, a super crazy stream. Like, holy smokes, who was at my premiere on Friday? There was, like, 140 people who were watching it at the same time at one point. I was like, oh, that's never happened before. Okay, so I'm coming into a small problem. I don't actually know how to stitch this on, but it's fine. We're just gonna do our best. Like I said, this is my first time making a top. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to literally tie a knot. I don't know. Maybe I should do another stitch through, but I think that this actually isn't that long. It's not as long as I intended it to be. We're off to an excellent start here today. For me, it's 10:35. Cat naps are the best naps. Yes. Yes, they are. Come here, baby. I know last time I did this, I kind of had more of a close-up, but I feel like this angle's sort of working out better today, so we're going to try it. Let me know if you want more close-ups of what I'm doing crafting or not. Alright, just going to kind of tie a knot there and call it a day. This is bad. I might not do it this way on the other areas. But like I said, just a little stitchy stitch to keep it in place. I really should have, like, taken a good look at... Oh yeah, by the way, can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. I didn't actually check the mic. No, I could hear it play back. I don't know what mic it's going off of. Is it going off my webcam mic or my... Is it going off my headphone mic? It might be going off my headphone mic. If so, I'd be very impressed. But I think it's probably just going off my webcam mic, which is a little gross, but my headphone mic is not amazing anyways. I'm struggling to get one person to view my premiere. Hey, premieres are like... It's a hit or miss thing, I find. Like, sometimes, like, people just, like, miss it by, like, 2 minutes. Like, I do that, like, with Justine's videos all the time. She, like, premieres them. She's like, oh, I have it going at this time. And I'm like, sweet, I'm, like, not working. I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to show up. And then I, like, I'll just get distracted doing something. And then her video's, like, already, like, 3/4 of the way done. Or it's already out. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Justine! When will you ever visit the Bay Area? I have visited. I actually did in October of 2018. I really liked it. I do like the San Francisco area. And I was actually just back last Christmas with my family. But we kind of didn't have a lot of time for mermaid meetups when I went on my road trip. And that was a bit of a bummer. I tried to do one in Sacramento, but it just kind of failed, which sucks. But yeah, I would like to go back. I have a video on my second channel. I think it's called Swimming in the California Sunshine with some mermaids in that area. They were an interesting bunch. Gotta head to bed, but good luck on the top. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Blake. Ugh. Okay. I don't know why I'm knotting this thread so many times. Okay, I'm gonna try a new method, Reno, of sewing it on. I don't know if this is right, but yeah, it's really hard when it's like a when you're like sewing on something. What the heck am I doing? Oh, this is it's how do you do this? How do people do this? Faith avoid Contra Costa County. I have no idea what that is, but sure. How do people do this? Okay, wait, I see. So the thread is okay, so the thread isn't already knotted in one spot. It's secured to the bra. I see. It's just hard because I don't want it shifting, right? Okay, I'll do one more whippy stitchy here. There. And just do it a knot. Ooh. Yeah. Like I said, just gonna be holding the top, or holding the shells in one sort of spot where and then I'll figure out how to do the rest of it. And this actually might be long enough to do one more position. Ugh. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to pull it all the way through the shell, and then back on the other side of the bra, do it right close to where it was before, and then go to the outside of the shell, because remember that's how it was. It was kind of out and in through the hole a couple times. But then you got to go out and in of the bra, just like a regular sewing thing. Well, that's no fun. Okay, one more time. So, bad update. Crafting's so relaxing, eh? Yeah. There are more COVID restrictions in my province up until the New Year! So, R.I.P. New Year's parties. But that's probably a good thing. But R.I.P. Christmas. So my family is originally planning on traveling to, like, a slightly different region in our province, but that's not happening. So it'll be a different Christmas, because my family loves to travel, and we always travel together, whether it's to another province to visit my parents' parents, or you know, last couple of years we've gone to the States to do some, you know, to get together with our family, go somewhere other than Saskatchewan, which I appreciate immensely. But not doing that this year, and it's kind of weird. But I was remarking to some of my friends, I'm like, you know what, like, myself and my sisters, we're all getting older, and we're coming into different stages of our lives, and so it's probably good that we're figuring out how to do Christmas locally, you know? Okay. So, now I have, I'm going to ignore this one. I'm going to do this one later. Now I have the seashells somewhat on the bra, you know? Now I gotta figure out what to do with the dead space. Because as much as I like the nude look, I don't really. So, what we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? This is the part that I'd kind of mapped out before, but now I have to commit, and I'm scared of doing that. I'm scared of getting it wrong. But let's pull out the Save on Foods trick-or-treat reusable bag of fun. Hello, John Thomas Perea. Welcome, welcome. Let's pull out the reusable trick-or-treat bag of fun and see what we got. So, one of my well-meaning friends purchased me these leggings. They're like, you would love them. They're dollar store rainbow leggings. And I'm like, these are child-sized. What am I supposed to do with child-sized? Anyway, it's not going to use that. Here's a bit of white paint that I used on my fabric tail, and a bit of purple paint that I actually used a bit on the top, so I might need that out. Hamper open a bra pad. Actually, oh, these bra pads might come in handy, because I used some kind of pokey materials on this bra, and I don't know if it's going to feel that good, so this might be useful. I think I've got another one somewhere. Oh, here's the acrylic paint I use on the bra. That's good. There's some more paint that sucks. Ah! My little... Oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm going to do. But I might do that in this session. Okay, so, what do we got? Let's take inventory. I'll put them on here so they don't make a big clanging sound. Alright, we've got a bit of necklace chain. Small pearls. Some shiny ones. I might add these shiny blue and white doodads along the bottom. Because I do have the shiny blue doodads on the shell. I didn't buy the leggings, don't worry. No, it wasn't you. You're a little bit smarter than that. I have some little pearls. I just don't know if I'd have enough. Oh, I've got like one like real looking pearl here. I've got actually a few kind of actually real pearls. Alright, let's just take out all the pearls. Because I could sew the pearls on. Oh, this is from a necklace, I think. What are these from? They're very pretty. I think they are from a necklace. Don't know what necklace they came from. Let's just take out all the pearls. Because I could glue them on, but it's always better to sew things on. Oh yeah, this pearl came with the top, but it has like this weird coating. This like metallic shimmery coating that's just like coming off. So it's very satisfying to pick you. Hello, Key Laughinghurst. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, also, I stumbled across some more Aqua Mermaid tea. And I know I've kind of tried to move away from that, but she just keeps, like, more bad things keep revealing herself. So there was one thing where she's like, I'm advertising in another city that I'm not in, and using the photo of another mermaid who definitely doesn't work in that city that some people kind of called out and were like, that's wrong. But when that happened, I found out another thing. So I don't know how I never made this connection, but this woman named Hampton's Mermaid, she has been making these pretty unique clam-style shell tops. She called them clam keys, and they're really cute, and a lot of people like them. I personally wasn't a big fan. I thought that they kind of looked like they'd always fallen off. But Aqua Mermaid started producing similar tops, and I think that it was the sort of thing where Aqua Mermaid started, like contracting her to do it, but then it kind of fell through because she sucks. And so this one was like, okay, don't use my tops anymore. But then Aqua Mermaid just figured out how to make them and then just kept selling them and, like, put out YouTube videos on them. And so this girl was like, excuse me. So that's some new Aqua Mermaid tea. Now, since we're on the topic of shell bras, and I'm like, how did I never figure that out? Because they're the exact same, and they have the exact same name. And I'm like, are you serious? Wow, the scummery never ends. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it doesn't matter if the product isn't super amazing or not everyone's cup of tea. Like, you don't steal it. Like, you don't basically just, like, learn how to do it, and then just, like, leave that person in the dust. That woman, good lord. It just never ends. Okay, I've also got a few little blue pearls here. I'm just afraid that I won't have enough, you know? I'm afraid that I'm gonna, like, be done one side and then not have enough for another. But what I might do is I might fill out the insides with pearls. I might do that. Alright, one more pearl. Oh, here's a few little blue glass beads. I wonder where these are from. I don't know. Yeah, I just, like, kind of keep little doodads that come my way. Like, there's a little piece of sea glass here. Just keep little bits and bobs that come off of different other things I own, and just see what I can do with them. Okay, I think that's all. So, these are all the round things I have. I don't know if it's going to be quite enough. I don't know. I don't know what to do with these. Because I don't really want to do the side of the bra, because the side of the bra is fairly skin-toned. So, but then also I have the back of the bra, like the what do you call it? Not seaweed. Fishnet. I have the netting tied all the way to the back, so it might be kind of silly to not do something on the back, on the side. But, you know, I'm going to save the side for later. We want to use the good stuff on the front, you know? So, now it's just a matter of figuring out what it shall be. I'm really bad at design. I thought I felt creative today, but maybe I felt more creative in terms of video editing, but I'm waiting on someone to send me footage from a certain thing I may have certainly done yesterday. I should bother them about it again. Ooh, my antivirus scan is completed. I swear, it does it like 6 times a day. I'm like, thank you, antivirus. I have no viruses yet again. Also, we have coffee, so it's a good night when there's coffee. It's fine. It's only almost 8 p.m. Hi, Kennedy. Welcome, welcome. How are you both feeling? I'm still feeling sore. I need to do a Instagram story update today on how things went yesterday, because I haven't done that. Okay. Hum. I don't, like, this is so tricky. I don't know if I want to do, like, all of it, like, covered, because it's only part of it. It's only, like, partially visible with stuff. And the pearls are already sewn into the netting. This is so difficult. I was, like, envisioning, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm just gonna, like, line everything with sparklies. And now I'm like, I don't know if that's a great idea. Crafting be difficult. Hi, Digimir. Welcome. And hello, Stephanie. Lol, I do not miss working on my mermaid shell top. Did you make your own? I was actually just talking about the Hampton Mermaid Clamkini scandal, in which Aqua Mermaid, surprise, surprise, stole it, which I didn't know, and I was like, how did I not figure this out sooner? I don't know, maybe because I was like, oh, yeah, it's just they're similar, maybe they're working together, but how foolish of me to think that someone would work with Aqua Mermaid and then not get scammed somehow. Okay, well, maybe I'll just start laying out some of these gems, seeing how they look. You know, I feel like the bright blue gems are just a bit much. I'm kind of just, like, putting them down. I know you guys can't see. I'm sorry. I'm just putting the bright blue gems down, and I hate it immediately, so we're not doing the bright blue gems. Let's do the silver-ish gems. See how that looks. Now, that looks kind of pretty. You know, I think that having things kind of nestled up the bra isn't a bad thing. I think that gives it kind of more of a mermaid look, you know? So I think that's okay if I have a few things kind of nestled up. I think maybe should I put the gems in the center? How would that look? No, I think I'm going to put these really pretty pearl beads in the center. Just kind of laying them down, see how they look. Like the really, really pretty ones. Let's do this big, chunky, flat one. Not a fan of that one. What about light purple? I have these amethyst crystal things, but Let's see if I like stab them out the sides. I mean, it would kind of match my Ripples Relics necklace. Maybe I'll put one in the center. Yeah, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little cloister of the Amethyst gems in the center of the bra. So, because I did want to add a bit of light pink back into here, and I've got a few light pinky ones. Do I have like a pink and blue one? I have a pink, oh, there's pink and blue. Do I have pink and purple? So I think I'm going to do this pink one right in the center. And then I'll do kind of 2 bluey pink ones off to the side, except they're not the same length! Curses. And I mean, if I hate it, I can always change it later. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll use these 2 little ones. And yeah. Okay, that'll look pretty. That'll be quite alright. There. Little pretty doodads in the center. Okay. Just trying to figure out the best way to place them. This one goes up and down like this. And then this one goes up and down like this. Oh, but this one's kind of wide. Let's do a different one up and down. There. Okay, that'll look nice. Will it? Will it, though? I don't know. Oh! What about this one? No, that one's too wide. See, that's the problem, is that they're all kind of thick. And I don't have a ton of real estate. Okay, what about if I do that one like that? No, but that one's ugly. These are like really beat up little crystals too. I don't know if they're going to last super long. But we'll find out. Okay, that's where the bottom is still. I mean, they will be sort of free moving, free flowing, you know. They'll be vibing. I'm getting quite the Barbie vibes from this, and I'm not mad about it. You know, like Barbie and the Diamond Castle? That movie was awesome. Maybe I'll just do the one. I don't know. Do I have anything kind of light pink to balance it out? I've got some light. I've got like one light purple thing. Ooh, what if I put the purple amethyst gems on the side? Now that would be snazzy. Because I do have kind of purple in the center. These ones are kind of like a purple to gold iridescence, but let's see how these look. I guess this is what crafting is. Oh, this one doesn't even have a hole in it. Well, that's not good, because I do want to sew them on. That one's not very bluish purple. This one's kind of purple. Ah, and this one do have a hole. Let's see if I put them like nestled up right to the bra. No, that doesn't look good either. Ah! When will you try the Siren tail in the water? I did yesterday. Sorry, I'm not caught up on the chat. Barbie Mermaid is the beginning of my mermaid obsession. I watch it all the time. It's again excellent. I love your channel. Thank you so much, Mermaid Slimes and more. How's your swim in the Siren tail? Give us to the. It was very good. Because this is like the late night crowd, I will say, I will give away a few things. 1, it didn't suck. 2, I was able to do it with the insert. And 3, my whole body is sore. Okay, you know what? I have a better idea. What if I do these little blue beads, these little blue orbs? If I do them next. Oh no, that's not gonna look good. That's gonna look slightly suspicious. You guys can't see it at all. It's gonna look slightly suspicious. Long thing and two short round things on the side. I think you can figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna grab more of these amethyst, the purpley amethyst gems. See, because I do want a nice little centerpiece, but I also don't want it to be overpowering. You know. Let's see. What can we do? Maybe if I do like a really long one right at the bottom. Well, I don't want it stabbing into my abdomen, you know? That wouldn't be good. Oh man, I didn't hop onto my Instagram yesterday, but I got notified by DMs I mentioned. Lol, I'm sorry for missing that. Oh, that's okay. It kind of posted weird. Can confirm it was awesome. Yes, Kennedy was there. She is my makeup artist. It is a non-secret for those of you loyal 13 viewers. I'm so jealous. I would love to swim in a tail that's like swimming style so similar to H2O. Yeah, yeah. Except the H2O girls didn't really swim in their tails. They just kind of got pulled around the water. Aw, Bryson. Oh, what a workout. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I hurt. Where should I buy a silicone tail? I mean, I would recommend Mermaid Amethyst. She's in the chat. You can click on her channel, and you can see videos of tails like my silicone galaxy tail, who I miss very much. Both the tail maker and the tail. Mostly the tail maker, though. I love you, Amanda, and I miss ya. Okay, I think I've maybe figured out what I'm gonna do with the gems. Maybe not. This is so difficult! I mean, I could use this, like, really ugly leaf thing. Oh god, no, that'd be terrible. I bought this, it was, like, part of a necklace, but I'm like, ew. Ew. It's like this metal leaf. I still have it, though, because I'm a slight bit of a crafter hoarder. Not as insane as some of my other friends, mind you, who are like, I will keep every bit of fabric I've ever had. I'm like, are you sure? They're like, yes. I just want, like, a nice, like, pretty sort of cluster in the middle, you know? Okay, what about this skinny boy? And this skinny boy. But then I put, like, oh, what if I did... Now, the thing is I don't really know how to sew them and angle them the right way. And I can't angle them too much, otherwise... Like, I basically just, like, with the real estate I have, I can't really do more than one. What if I did, like, 3 skinny boys? No, it just doesn't look good. So I think I'm just going to stick with 1 pointy doodad to start. And then I will see. I will go from there. I will start with 1 pointy doodad, sew that on to kind of cover up some of the mess I already have. And then go from there. I mean, it kind of looks good with just the 1 in the middle. Maybe, she says, trying to convince herself. Now I'm just trying to figure out, should I sew it, like, flat, or should I sew it round? I mean, the hole is really... Oh, no, this way is okay. This way the hole doesn't look as visible, and the crystal actually reflects light really well. Alright, I have figured out where I'm gonna sew the first sparkly thing. Hi, Faith. This is the first time I met one of your streams, but I love your videos. I've been looking at reviews and help me buy a new tailskin. Yay! Your wait time is down to 4 months. Oh, that's awesome, Amethyst. So proud of you. Like the rock star you are. Did you know Amanda does that, like, basically all by herself? Oh, I forgot I had these little guys. She does it basically all by herself. Like, she has, like, 1 studio helper, but I don't even know, is your studio helper, like, helping you right now? My flowers. I don't know. Oh, I have more paint. Oh, I have, like, purple paint. Excellent. Good to know. I have a zipper. Okay. Why do I have a zipper? Oh, I also have these bad boys. I don't think I'm gonna use these on my top, though. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Well, should I just use regular thread? Ooh. I also have glitter. I could just coat the whole thing in glitter. No. Bad idea. I'm not doing that. I also have... Ooh! I see pearls on this. And I found the end of my thread. There's the end of the thread. I have a mirror that I made with Mermaid Ripple like 6 years ago, and I haven't done anything with it. Ooh, look at that. Shiny, shiny. Wait, let's see if I can reflect the light directly into the camera. Oh, yeah. So, it's just been sitting in my craft bag. Should I disassemble it? I kind of don't want to because it holds good memories, but it's also like... I don't know. Do I have anything good? I mean, it's all like shells. And I mean, this is shells, but I want more glitter than shells. I do have like some little shells here, but these are kind of nice ones, and I don't really want to sacrifice them. Yeah, back into the bag you go. Maybe I'll harvest it some other time. But yes, we're gonna use the strong thread. It's also invisible, which is helpful. Oh no, I've lost my sewing needle. Oh, there it is. Phew. Okay. Are you decorating a shell bra? Yeah, I'm sewing it onto the top. Gonna be doing a little bit of top decoration, all that jazz. Have you told everyone where Galaxy is? I think I did. I think I made an Instagram post. I mean, it's not super consequential right now that I don't have it, because, like, I can barely swim as it is, and it sucks. But it's fine. Purdy. It's me and my twin sister, Kayla. Are you guys the guys I worked with at Menchie's? Because I worked with two girls at Menchie's who were twins, whose name, I forget the name of one. Was it Ella and Kayla? I don't think it was. No. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you've shown up in a live. I don't know, though. Okay. Really, the only twins I can think about with Kayla is the twins I worked at Menchie's with, which I think you're probably not. I don't know if they knew I had a YouTube channel. Love the color choice. Thank you. Matches my Galaxy stuffs. Alright, alright, alright. I'm gonna spin this bad boy all the way around. Tie it through. I'm realizing this might be a little bit tricky with the what do you call this? Shell in the middle, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine! Everything's fine! Okay, we're gonna stab. We've made one stabbing. I have no plan. I have absolutely zero plan on how to sew this into itself. I gotta pull it all the way through, so that's kind of dumb. Oh, did it actually? No, it didn't get stuck in the thing. It's just done. And stab through the other side. Through all the netting. Oh, this is gonna be so ugly by the time I'm done. This is why I'm not a crafter! Oh, and it's really hard to sew through the thick part of a bra. I'm not gonna sew through the thick part of a bra. That's what we've learned today, is I'm going to sew through the thin part of the bra. There, that's better. Okay. No, we didn't work at Menchie's, but we did see each other at the pool sometime. Ow! You guys! Yes, I remember you. You could work at Menchie's, though, one day. You could fulfill your destiny and just, like, keep the twins at Menchie's thing going. I think there was another set of twins that I graduated high school with that worked at Menchie's. So I don't know what it is about that. Maybe the owner had to, like really like twins or something. It was like, yes, twins make the best employees. He was a bit eccentric, but he was cool. Hello, the fire siren. Hello, hello. Is Courtney Mermaid okay? Oh, yeah. I talked to her today. She's doing so much better. I'm so proud of her. She is doing great. So she'll probably need a bit more space, so don't be bothering her online. I mean, just don't do that ever. But yeah, no, I know people are concerned, and she's doing well. So, but I will leave her to do things at her own pace. Okay, and one more thing. Gonna sew it around and through the crystal, and kaboom, and I think that's it. So now I need to figure out how to knot it. I think I'm just going to knot the thread right next to it, and skadoosh! Oh, this is fun. This is fun, she says, trying to convince herself. We're doing it, she says. Not entirely convinced. The problem is that I think it's going to slide around in this area. Like, I don't know if I've sewn it quite correctly so that it'll not be bad, if that makes sense. Oh, no. Oh, now I'm just sewing the knot back and forth. That makes total sense. Ugh, I don't want to sew, like, around the thing, but I might have to. I mean, I had to do that for the shell. Oh, sewing things is such a pain in the butt. Still haven't saved anything towards a fire tail. Well, get on it! You can always put your Christmas money towards tails, or if people are asking you, like, saying, like, hey, I would like a gift card towards FinFun or Mertailer, I know FinFolk does gift cards, I think. Definitely FinFun, so you could do that. But it might be a custom tail, I don't know. Or, you know, gift card towards Michael's. People are like, what do you want for Christmas? Yeah. And, okay, now it's feeling a bit more securely in there. I'm feeling better about that. I'm gonna do it on the other side again. How late am I? Oh, not really. This is just a casual stream, you know, we're not doing anything super consequential today. We're just chilling out. There's 21 people here now, so this is less cozy and intimate than I thought. Will you use this bikini top on your silicone tail? Yes, absolutely. This is... When did I get this bra? I got this bra before I got my silicone tail, actually, but it was the one that I used the first time I swam in the silicone tail, which was excellent. Very fun indeed. Alright, one more kind of naughty doodad. I don't know if I'm gonna actually, if this is gonna stay, that's the thing. Well, I've put one knot in it. So now I'm just going to snip it right at the end and then try and carefully knot it with my fingers. I don't know if I can do it, but it's good. Wait, what happened to Courtney? I'm behind the mark me. Oh, she just had like a tough couple of days and her computer died, so she's like, I am taking the week off. So she's like, don't talk to me, anybody. And I'm like, sounds good. So if you're on her Patreon pod, you'll know a beat more. Kayla says she doesn't want her tail anymore. She might sell it. Well, you guys should post it in Mermaids of BC group, because then you might be able to sell it locally. Might be able to get some money from it. Will you be making a video of you swimming in the Siren tail? I don't know. Gee, maybe I should. What a great idea. Is Courtney Mermaid already have the Siren tank at the tail? Yeah, we got all those things in our possessions. But, like I said, don't harass her about making stuff. In fact, don't harass any creators about making stuff, because most of the time, it's just a hobby. Unless you want to directly fund their videos by supporting their Patreon or donating to their Streamlabs, then we're more likely to listen to your suggestions. Hi, just getting into making stills for my Mertail Amethyst tail. Would you rank style-wise, and what are other tips you can give? Ha! Ha! Do I look like I know things? You know, there's a great crafting group on Facebook. I think it's like Mermaid Materials Crafting and Support. That's very helpful, but basically, if you ask any question, the answer will be ETH 6000. Is essentially what the TLDR of that group. Okay, I just can't with this piece of thread right here. I, like, literally can't tie it together. That's really annoying. Come on now. Oh my gosh. Ah! I just want to tie one knot in it so that I can snip off the rest of it. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. Yes, we've made head. Yes, I've done it. Okay, let's get my scissors. Support Faith by her Patreon. Oh, thank you, Bryson. Alright, where's my scissors? Oh, there. On my desk. I am fueled by the power of fire and water. Look at you go! I am fueled by the power of darkness and space and my emotions, because I'm 14. Crawling in. Sorry, that went to a weird spot. I can't swim right now if I feel sudden energy. The only amount I get is when I shower. I mean, yeah, I kind of feel that. There's times where I'm like, I'm getting dehydrated. But then I'm like, shut up, Faith. You're not a real mermaid. What kind of paint do you use? These are just acrylic paints that I'd sealed in. I think, don't hate me, I think I used Mod Podge to steal this, but it actually works, so. If you want to get a custom tail, I want it for Courtney, as she did love my Mersona name, plus I need skins for my Luna. Well, there, you just gotta. Alrighty. Alright, I have one crystal glued onto the top, so you guys can see. I've got a little sparkly doodad in the middle. I can't really see it at all from where I'm standing, but it's there. So now I gotta figure out what to do with the other 95% of this mess. I mean, my beautiful creation, my work of art. Okay. Let's see. Let's just throw a couple things down. You know what might look good? Like I was saying earlier, just like a big hodgepodge of things. Like, just, like, different kinds of crystals and balls and beads. I think I might just do that. That was originally what I was picturing, so I think that's what we're going to do. Although, the bright blue ones are a bit much, so I'm not going to do the bright blue ones. But maybe I can do the little bright blue ones, like the ones that are on the top. I love your videos so much. I'm also a big fan of what? Ooh, sparkly doodad. Yes. Do you have a favorite place that sells tails? I like a lot of places, but I mean, I gotta go with Courtney Mermaid because I'm an ambassador for her, and I do, honestly, literally. She was talking about making a special occasion tail for me today, and I'm like, stop it! No! Ah! She's like, well, if you get a tail for this occasion, you know I have to make it. I'm like, I know, but also no! Ah! I'm like, I didn't know how to tell her no, because, like, yes, I want that, but I also, frustrating. Anyways, all right, let's just get down with it. Yes, the power of darkness is also amazing. Oh yeah, and the power of feelings and emotions and shut up, mom's not face is who I am. Did you sew the shell on it or glue it? I am sewing it on. It comes with holes, like the shell bra that I originally bought, that I harvested the shells off of and remaking myself, did come with holes to sew it in, so I'm doing that. So, when you use E6000, it's good to have a little implement to use it with, and I have a crusty pencil that I use for E6000. I just don't know where I put it. Is this the crusty pencil? No, this is actually a fairly good pencil. I kind of don't want to sacrifice it. This Sharpie, I think, is... Nope. Sorry, Bryson, I just wrote on your Christmas card with a little smiley face Sharpie. Okay, now this isn't stiff enough. I've got Velcro in here. I should put that in my crafting bin. Where's my crusty pencil? Maybe I peeled all the glue off my crusty pencil. Oh, here, I've got like a Castle Fun Park game pencil. I'll just take out the pencil and use this little stabby stick on it. Perfect. Because sometimes you need to apply glue with something other than your fingers. So let's take out the little Gluger. Just put it on a bit of cardboard I have. Basically, it's just going to be like a paintbrush for my glue. And just going to glue. See, Flatback's pearls are amazing for this exact reason. She says dropping it not in the spot she intended to glue it. There. Boom. Got one thing on. Come on, let's get to the good glue. Oh, I smell that. I should probably open the window. First tail, fin fun, silicone, mermaid, Amethyst, fabric, shopping for mermaid, Courtney. Oh, so many good things. What special occasion only silicone will do? I mean, I love you, Amethyst, but no. Not quite. Let's do one of these rainbow pearls now. Okay, now the glue be flowing. She do be flowing. I've got like rainbow pearls, and I'm really quite the fan of them. All right. Sacrifice. Yep, basically sacrificing other implements from their original use for mermaid purposes. That's basically my life. So you know what we're doing? We're just freestyling. We're freestyling, and I'm pretty jazzed about it. I mean, it's kind of got a bit of a pattern already, because that's just how Faith Brain works, but it's all good. Okay. And since I'm not sewing on these pearls, because screw that, you guys saw how long it took to sew on that amethyst gem, I'm, like, actually coating their, like, inside sew hole, like, buttonhole, with glue, so that it kind of has more to stick to, if that makes sense. I'm probably going to need to touch this up some more, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Faith is trying her best, and that's what's important. Woo! I was looking at a bunch of tails, but there's so many I'm overwhelmed. Maybe on a bit more money laying for a silicone, but I might start with the fabric one. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I highly recommend starting with the fabric tail. You can always, like, make one yourself, too, which is fun. It's basically just like a tube of spandex around your legs, right? And then it can be any color you want, which I love. Ah! I got glue stuck to my hands. So much for using little implement for doing this. It's fine. Then it'll be satisfying to peel off later. I mean, that might be a bit dangerous. Okay, I've got like a bit of green still showing on this little pearl, so I'm gonna attempt to apply it. Oh, this is not gonna be good. I can tell that like half the stuff isn't gonna stick. I need to get to the good glue. There's the good glue. Okay. Let's do another. I've also got some big kind of clear beads, so I'm gonna do these big clear ones as well because they're kind of fun and will fill out the space quite nicely. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't look that good. Got a big chunky pearl. I'm sorry if your chat is too far up, I might not have seen it, so please submit it again. Unless it's annoying, then I won't respond to it. What skin does everyone use at the Luna? Fin Fun, Suntails, Magic Tail, the Two Tails. Actually, no, I haven't used the Two Tails. Some people do them with Mertailor Guppies. Courtney, Shop Vancouver Mermaid, obviously. She actually makes tails for the Luna. And then there's some new girl in town named Goanna Creations who makes fabric tails specifically for the Luna, which is pretty awesome. So that's my little spiel. Sorry, I'm kind of tired today, so I might not be as remembery of all the mermaid details, but I try to be because I am a walking encyclopedia sometimes of moderately useless knowledge. Okay, this is just turning up bad, but it's fine. You know what? I'm gonna try applying the glue to the bra first. Let's try that. See if that makes any form of difference. Okay, I'm going to use one of these big round blue pearls. I'm very excited to do so. Squish that on. Oh, man. So many of the things are, like, going underneath the shell, and I'm like, well, that was a waste of time. It's fine. Okay. Squeeze. Maybe my glue just isn't good. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would say, no, Faith, you're just not very, very good at doing things. To which I would respond, that's valid. I'm not a crafter. People are like, I need help crafting. And I'm like, I don't do things. I make things on the computer, and that's about it. I'm not terribly artistically talented in the realm of making mermaid tails, mermaid tops. People are like, are you ever going to make your own silicone tail? And I'm like, oh, Lord, no. Like, making silicone tails is so much, like, just money and effort into starting it up, because you have to make all your own molds. Unless you're lucky enough to find a mold, which you probably won't be. Then you have to cast the molds and plaster, and then silicone is like $500 to have enough for a tail. That's like in materials, and then there's the chance that you're gonna screw it up, which is a very big chance, and so then you gotta start again, and it's just not an easy process. I know so many people who are like, I'm gonna make my own tail, and then they give up. How old were you when you became a professional mermaid or started the hobby in general? I was 16 when I started it, and in terms of doing it professionally, I still don't think I am, but I like started really picking it up when I was after I turned 19, I think. Well, no, actually it was more after I turned 18. I was 18 and I was starting to review tails for companies and things. Okay, I have this like, oh, you know what? I've got like little pieces of the amethyst gem. I wonder if they'd look okay. You know, it doesn't look bad, so I'm gonna shove that in. Like I said, if I hate it, I can always change it. Squish. Squish that in. That's kind of okay looking. Alright, now I've got a really nice sparkly pearl that I'm going to apply right towards the center of the top, because I'm a fan of that. Squish! There. Nestle that right in. You know, I'm making progress. What is this? Oh, it's like another piece of amethyst gem. It's gonna go there. I'm thinking about covering a fabric tail with silicone. It is possible. A lot of people don't super recommend it, but you can do it. I know some people who even offer that as a service. But it's not super duper common, but it can be done. I mean, heck, like one of my tails is like that. The blue one you see behind me. Oh no, I put the ugly side of the pearl facing outwards. We don't want that. We want the pretty side facing outwards. There we go. Okay, let's get another one of these little blue jammies. And there. I'm pretty close to, like, crustifying this whole end of the top. I don't know, can you guys see any of this? You see where all this stuff is here? That's me crustifying. Yeah, from far away it doesn't look that bad. So, yeah. Oh, there's like real pearls here. Let's apply that. I mean, there's a reason why. Like, I started this project like a month and a bit ago because I just hate crafting. I'm just so bad at it. All right, let's get a white one because I haven't used a big white one in a while. Apply that to the side area. Come here, glue. There we go. A big goober of glue on there. I got asked, who's your favorite of the H2O mermaids? Lewis. Lewis is my favorite H2O mermaid. Okay. Get another one of the rainbow pearls. Squish. And, squish. Oh, that looks so bad. Nestle that right up against the side. And a little blue sparkly doodad. And squish that right in there. Stab. Alright, and one more thing. Let's get this blackish pearl. Yeah, this black little bead thing. There. This is just a big amalgamation of all of the old tops and things. Oh dear, that's falling off already. Okay. And then I just have like one more corner. Ah! No! One of the things fell off. I shouldn't have picked it up. Oh good lord. Ah! Yeah, I realized this whole idea of giving the shell some slack was not a good idea. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, Lewis is my favorite too. Okay, I'm glad. Everyone loves Lewis. Lewis is the best. The mermaids, hot take. The mermaids are annoying. Cleo and Ricky and Emma. I mean, they're all cool in their own ways. But they're all kind of annoying characters. And don't even get me started on the Mako Mermaids. They're just bad all around. That show was a nightmare and a half. Good lord. And people are like, I think it's better. And I'm like, I think you're wrong. Because I tried to watch it. And good god, it was terrible. My best friend went through... She basically just, like, she finds a series and she binges it. And it doesn't really matter what the series is. And she's like, yeah, I binge watched all those, like, the Mermaid show. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. And she's like, it was, you know, the first part, like, the first season was really bad. And then it got better. And then I watched the spin-off, and the spin-off was terrible. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Megan. I'm never going to watch this show. And then I did. I was like, I suppose it's my duty as a mermaid to watch this show. And I was like, wow, Mako Mermaids is truly painful and terrible, and they've completely destroyed the canon. Good. Okay, I need to start Mako Mermaids, but I also don't like it. I miss the original guy. It's not that good. You're not missing much. Although they do have a merman in it. So if you want to see merman represented in the media, there you go. But there's also mermen in Siren, and they're a lot cooler. Ah, dang it. The last little pearl fell off. Alrighty. Let's reapply that glue and squish. Okay, well, we tried our best. I don't know if it's going to turn out that good, but like I said, we tried our best. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to sew it onto the top. So I'm going to start with this one that I just pulled out. Or maybe I should wait till the glue dries. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till the glue dries. No, because I just don't like the thread on it. It's not good. There we go. There, the slack I gave was not very good. So I'm gonna go with the parts that aren't super close to the thing. Alright, Ricky wasn't the worst, but then I haven't watched it since I was 8 years old. That's fair. She was a pretty cool character, and she had a cool story arc. She had the best ones. Should I trust to buy Tails from AliExpress Wish? No. 10 out of 10. I think you're probably a young person, judging by the fact that you have slimes in your username. Wish and AliExpress are companies that are basically based off of cheap manufacturers in China, which will often make knockoffs or unsafe products. So basically, they'll take a FinFun and they'll copy the pattern, or Finfolk, or whatever. They'll copy the pattern onto, like, really cheap, bad spandex, and then they'll, like, make a monofin basically out of saran wrap, and then, like, glue a pair of flippers onto it, and it's horribly unsafe, and I've literally seen these monofins break while people swim with them, so don't. Do you like the Alaska tribes in Siren? I think they're cool. I also like the fact that they, like, come out of a fishing hole hut. It's pretty awesome. They destroyed Zane in season 3, though, right? Yeah, he was, like, a character. I'm like, yes, I'm on board with hating this man. And then they're like, redemption arc. I'm like, ew, no, he's awful. I hate his guts. But then I think Ricky broke up with him or something. Spoilers. I don't know. But he sucks. Zane sucks. But then, okay, here's the other thing about H2O. Spoilers, if you want to watch it, please click away. But they, like, I think it was, like, season 2 or something, they, like, ended it with Emma is, like, kind of into this guy or something named Byron, who was a very cute bean, a cute curly-haired bean, who was like, I don't know why you don't seem to like me. And she's like, well, it's because I'm a mermaid. And then she just, like, was like, I'm gonna go to the beach with you and, like, all my friends, and I'm gonna take off my clothes. And he's like, oh boy. And then they go in the water and they're mermaids, and he's like, oh cool. And then it just kind of ends with, like, the 3 of them frolicking on the beach with their boys, and it's like, cool. Cool. And then that's it. And she just doesn't talk to him in the next season, because they're like, oh, we gotta introduce these new characters, and it's like, what about this random dude that appeared in, like, 4 episodes who now knows that there's mermaids literally right there, and it just, like, did it not work out? I feel so cheated on this Emma and Byron arc, or whatever his name was. Was it Bryson? Would have been funny if it was Bryson, because, I mean, as much as I'd say I like to identify with Ricky, I'm more of an Emma, for being real. Like, I was always the kid that got good grades in school, and I'm a little bit high-strung. You know, kind of type A personality, where I'm like, I must know everything, and I must be the best at everything. So, yeah. Anyways, okay. We're carefully trying to sew it back up, so the string through the shell, through the bra a couple times, and then up through the hole. Ouch, stabbed myself. It's fine, pain is part of crafting. But yeah, that was a big issue I had. I miss Emma so much. When Ash and Emma. His name was Ash? Oh, okay. It was Ash? Maybe there's more than one boy. I don't know. It was a teen drama. It wasn't really a teen drama. It was like a teen drama, but it was really for, like, little kids. Well, I gotta go because school is staying exists. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is. You know, be safe out there. I'm not gonna go yet, though. I'm probably gonna do things. One thing that everybody heard since it still blows my blood today is the fact that in Mako they're like, oh yeah, the pod has been there for years, and yet in H2O they never bump into any of the pod. Yeah, really. They're just, like, frolicking around in the Bay of Australia or wherever, and they're like, this is fun! And they're just frolicking around in Mako, and they're like, we are the only mermaids in this universe. Isn't it fun? And then they're like, for plot convenience, because we're down an actress, this is a phenomenon that happens elsewhere. And I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing, but I'll roll with it, you know? Because this season looks actually pretty good. And then in Mako Mermaids, they're basically like, haha! We're basically going to try to replicate the same thing, but make it worse and make no sense. And it was just bad. As far as I know, they did get together, but kept battling with each other. Oh, interesting. Ash was the love interest of season 2. Byron was season 1. Oh, okay. But did she reveal herself to Byron or to Ash? Because I'm pretty sure that she didn't, that, like, none of them were, like, with all their boys in season 2. I think it took a couple seasons for all of them to be complete as females. But, you know, I think it took a while for all of 3 of them to have partners. And then Cleo was just such an awful girlfriend to Lewis. Like, if you guys didn't know, I like my men dorky. And Lewis was my favorite. And then, like, Cleo was, like, kind of low-key abusive to him. And she just, like, always, like, yelled at him and, like, didn't let him communicate with her. And then he was like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't want you to be my boyfriend. And then he starts seeing another girl. And she's like, wait, no, I don't want you to do that. And it's like, well, Cleo, you're being very mean to him. So, yeah, of course he's gonna, yeah. Let that be a lesson to you young girls. Don't do that to your awkward, insecure teenage boyfriends, because then they will break your heart. If you have commitment issues, maybe don't lead someone along and expect them to still worship you. I love the dragon Mako Mermaids. The dragon, admittedly, was pretty cool. I like the idea of people just turning into mermaids as opposed to being, like, people who were born as mermaids. Yeah, I mean, I think that why people resonated with the show H2O is because it was like, it's ordinary girls, except they're not. They're mermaids. Wow. Cleo's my favorite, and then she just became the worst. Well, yeah. And Cleo bothered me in the beginning of season 2 because she was like, he is so clingy, and never told him. It just broke up with him without giving an option to rectify it. Yeah, if there's something about your partner that, like, is bothering you that may be a deal breaker, talk to them. Don't just say, oh, I don't like this. I guess it's time to go, because maybe they think that what they're doing is good. Maybe they're like, I am treating you this way because I think that's how you want to be treated. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I am a man, after all. Lewis, he was trying his best, and he was so clueless because he was a teenage boy. And he was a good bean. He wore a fishing hat all the time. How adorkable, right? Okay. I'm like... There we go. I'm, like, resting the bra on the crusty things I glued onto it not 3 minutes ago, so that's not great. But they all seem to be holding on fairly well, except, like, these 6. Actually, pretty much all of them. It's fine! It's fine. Okay, we're gonna re-glue some of them. Squish some glue onto you. They're fine until I touched them, and then they were less fine. Squish that back on. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. This was probably not the right order to do things in. Oh dear. Yeah, how am I gonna... I just realized I've glued over where my sewing is supposed to be for one of the things. Oh! Oh, I don't like this. Oh, one of the things fell off. Oh man, this is just the worst. This part of my argument is that Charlotte was not as awful as everyone says she is. She just literally expressed interest in a man who was single and who was told by Cleo to move on, and then he did. Yeah, basically. The girls just bullied her for no reason. Yeah, it's okay because they're main characters, so it's not bullying no wonder she snapped. Yeah. I mean, she was a little dramatic, but yeah. Everything in my life is halted to a stop now. No pod meets because of COVID. No junior firefighters due to COVID. I'm doing it for safety when I'm diving, or if I go in a tank or aquarium. What do you do? Sorry, I probably missed what you said. I liked Charlotte in the beginning, but then she became power hungry. I kind of had enough. I know. Okay, well, here's another problem. Okay, in freaking, what do you call it? Mako Mermaids. So Zach has a girlfriend named Evie, who's kind of annoying, but it's fine, whatever, you know. She's a good, dutiful girlfriend. And then he's like, I have a secret. And she's like, what is it? He's like, I can tell you. She's like, okay, I guess. And then he's, like, hanging out with 3 random girls all the time. And she's like, okay. And then, of course, he finally reveals his secret to her. And she's like, okay. And then it's like, they're kind of just vibing with the whole mermaid thing. And then she turns into a mermaid. And it's like, yay, because she's, like, seen everyone be mermaids all the time. And it's, like, really cool. And it's like, yay, a chance for Evie to be actually awesome instead of just kind of being the awkward side character. And then they just take away her mermaidness. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, she and Zach could have, like, gotten married and had beautiful, like, half-mermaid babies and all that stuff. But no. No, they just, like, they make her be a mermaid and she's like, oh, wow, okay, but this is kind of cool. And then they're like, you know what? No, you don't get to be a mermaid. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, and then, like, this other dude in Mako Mermaids is like, I'm the merman now. And it was like, shut up, Cam. Nobody like you. Zach, Zach gets on my nerves. He bothers me so much. Like, all the characters in that show are just, gah! They're just terrible. Like, I watched the first episode and I was like, wow. I thought H2O was poorly written and acted. Like, at least, oh gosh. And then it was such a bad show that no one wanted to stay on it, and they basically just replaced the same 3 mermaids every season. Like, what was up with that? They're like, well, I guess we just have to have 3 mermaids. And I'm like, you couldn't have just, like, I don't know, changed their structure. But no, you literally just replace them, and they're all, like, one-sided and terrible, and the plot makes no sense. And, like, you know that they're not, like, like, you know that the writers aren't like, I've got a great idea in season 1. We're gonna make it so that Zach was actually born from the sea or whatever, and he came to the parents from the sea, and he's going to be a sibling with this other mermaid. Of course they didn't plan that. The plot point was just, like, thrown in there randomly. And they're like, oh yeah, this makes total sense. It's like, really? Really? Like, this has been his backstory this whole time? Even though they just put that random mermaid in halfway through the show, and they're like, this makes sense. You know her. She's a mermaid. And, it just gets on my nerves. And I'm like, geez, guys, can you just try? No. And then, of course, Siren gets canceled, and, I mean, that show didn't have amazing writing either, but it was better, at least, kind of, so. I remember my mom having a massive crush on Zach's actor, and that's all I remember from the series. I mean, you know, they chose a cute one, they did. They chose a cute actor, you know, young guy, but he was just such a tool. He was such a tool. He was just so loosey-goosey all the time. And he was such a jerk to his girlfriend who was just trying to support him. And, yeah, I hated that show. There was a cute cat in the show, though. Siren's pretty good. I don't really know any others. That's basically it. Also, why are half the mermaids American, yet they belong to an Australian pod? Yeah, I know, seriously. Like, I mean, it kind of makes sense when they're, like, actual mermaids, because in H2O, all the girls were, like, I think they were all, like, legitimately Australian, had Australian accents, but, like, yeah. And then they're like, and there's a mermaid from China, and it's like, okay, and then they just, like, throw in kind of a bunch of, like, really sort of racist stereotypes, it seemed like. It was weird. This is gonna sound horrible, but it creeped me out. This transgender female started messaging me, blah, blah, blah. So good they asked for a video of a female transformation into a mermaid. Yeah, those transformation people, don't. It's not as they intend. It's not as innocent as it ever sounds. There's someone who keeps, like, commenting on my friend's Instagram posts, and I think she kind of caters more to the simps, which is fine. You know, it's a respectable way to make a living. But, like, this one person keeps commenting, like, when are you going to do a mermaid to human transformation? And I'm like, boy, shut up. She's not gonna do that for you because you're creepy. This isn't OnlyFans. Ugh. Yeah. I always see those comments and I'm like, can you just get rid of them, please? Because you're just showing people that it's okay. You're giving them ideas that it's okay to comment slightly questionable things underneath your photos and videos, but, you know, it's not my social media outlet, but I'm like, ew, why do men? I've never gotten into Siren. I'm H2O. Oh, baby, it's unironically my favorite show, but I'm not a big fan of the dark siren-y mermaid aesthetic. It just isn't for me. I mean, that's what I thought, but I feel pretty cool when I wear the siren tail. Not gonna lie, I feel pretty epic. And what I like about it is that it very much reminds me of a dolphin. And I do love dolphins. Dolphins are my favorite, and it's always been a dream of mine to have, like, a kind of dolphin dolphin-esque tail, so I'm pretty stoked. Bella was my favorite. Bella was pretty cool, actually. Honestly, she was like, she had some sustenance to her. And then they're just like, and we'll introduce random other male. I wonder what his love interest shall be. Oh, it will be newly introduced girl. I'm shocked. There we go. Seam ripped that. That's fairly secure. Alright, how's this glue drying going? Not awesomely. I think I heard a few things fall off, but yep. Oh, look, there's another thing that fell off. I may need to do some re-gluing at some point. But it's fine. I've got 2 out of 3 points sewed on. You know what, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna just try to sew this other part on. So, yoink, seam rip that. And pull it out the other side. And got a seam rip. Oh, this poor bra. It's not living the life it probably thought it was going to have when it was made in the factory. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be just a nice casual bra. Someone's going to really take care of me because I was moderately expensive and this will really help someone, you know. But no. Nope, it's getting made into a crusty mermaid top. Hee 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 hee. Alright, I'm just going to re-glue the area around this sewing thing. Hey, I'm going to log off. Being sick is my stamina very low. Talk to you later. I hope you're well. I'm so sorry. Please let me know how you're doing. They message me continually for really, could you send me a video of you turning into mermaid? That'd be cool. And they're acting like we were besties. I think they were using transgender to get close to females. I don't know if that was like their full motive, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's the thing, is a lot of people need to implement boundaries, because it doesn't matter if someone is, you know, maybe of the same sexuality as you, or is the same gender as you, or is maybe, like, on the same level of, like, an autism spectrum as you, or on the same side of us. I don't know, I'm trying to be eloquent, but, like, it doesn't really matter if someone, like, it doesn't really matter what someone is or isn't. Like, you know, even if it, like, for example, like, I've had this all the time where people message me because I'm Christian, and they'll be like, hey, you're Christian. And I'm like, uh-huh. And they're like, hey. And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. You're making me uncomfortable. So that's a boundary I'm going to put in place, and I really don't feel sorry for you, because you're either A, a stranger on the internet that I don't know, that doesn't have an impact on my life, or B, someone I do know who has no right. So no, you're making me uncomfortable. I'm just gonna put that boundary up. Like, oh my gosh, like, literally, like, earlier this week, my sister was around some people, like, doing a project with some people from my past who I do not trust, who make me very uncomfortable. And I was like, I'm not getting out of the car. I'm going to drop you off. I am not going to interact with these people. I'm going to wear a mask. I'm going to take off my glasses. I'm going to change my voice, because I don't want them to even acknowledge me, because they scare me. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And then I told her off after. I'm like, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but I don't trust those people, and you shouldn't either. And she's like, I'm not doing that again. And I'm like, good. So, like, this sounds like very, very privileged, but it's really not that hard. Like I have cut ties with so many people, like, and it's very hard because my parents are in sort of like positions of leadership in my community, and so a lot of people know them and look up to them, and most people aren't always the most stable, and they know me, and as such, they're kind of like, oh man, your faith, I can, you know, get what I want from you. And I'm like, no, actually you can't. I don't want to be your friend. Like, there was someone who my parents had mentored, like a younger girl who had found my TikTok, and I was like, why does this name sound familiar? Like, I had met this girl, but I knew, you know, my parents were like, oh, this girl, yikes. Like, I have never met this girl, but obviously she knows who I am, and she followed me on TikTok, and she's, you know, she's a minor, and she was just like, she followed me and, like, commented something, and I'm like, I know who you are, and I don't want you messing with me, so I just blocked her. It's really bad, but I'm like, no thanks. I don't want any part of this. Blocking people is quite satisfying. I'm like, goodbye. Don't want you here. It's great. Boundaries are fun. Boundaries are fun. Or one time, a male coworker of mine tried to give me a hug, and I was like, I don't do hugs. I'm like, no. I like physically backed away. I'm like, no, you don't get to do that to me. I'm sorry. I do not. I do not like you. I do not trust you. I get bad vibes from you, and I don't care what you do for a living. If I get a bad vibe from you, I'm probably right. So I'm gonna stick to my guns and be safe. Christian Mermaids Unite, yeah. Sorry that this took a bit of a dark turn, but that's something I very much enjoy, empowering women, especially people who are, like, newer to the internet or starting to gain a following, is you don't know anyone anything, particularly people you don't know, and, I mean, like, not to put a blanket statement, but particularly men, like, do not owe anyone anything, especially online. Alright. I feel like this cup is in the wrong spot. Unfortunately, I noticed it was a bit crunchy looking. And I think I'm going to need to re-glue a lot of the things that I've sewn already, which is unfortunate. But here we are. Re-glue a lot of things I've sewn already. That makes perfect sense. Re-glue a lot of things because where I'm sewing this is actually different than what I thought I'd be doing. Just awkward. But that's okay. Ugh. I'm going to sew this slightly differently because I've got the real estate to do so. But yeah, boundaries are important, and you can always ignore someone, you can always block someone, you can always restrict someone. You don't need them in your life. You can turn off whatever they are, whoever they are. They don't need to hold power over you. You are not in any way obligated to do anything for anybody over the internet, especially if they're making you uncomfortable or, you know, just doing more harm than good. You know, they might not be explicitly, you know, making you uncomfortable, but they might be making other people uncomfortable or just, you know, not really helping what you're trying to accomplish, and that's okay. And you can set those boundaries because you are worth making yourself comfortable. That was one of my main reasons why I quit my mermaid journey. I was a minor. I had met so many weirdos. A lot of them were mertenders too. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Thankfully, I have not met any weird mertenders, which is pretty good. Actually, that's a lie. I have met a mertender. Well, it's not really, they weren't particularly a mertender. It was just someone's husband who I was not a fan of. I do not trust you, sir. Yeah, I mean, there's scumbags everywhere, but you find your people. You find your people, and you find your people that respect you. Oh no. Oh dear, I've made a fatal error. That's okay. I think I've done enough knotting of this thread here anyways, so. Good. Bite! Stab! Stab. Just stabbed my shell. Oops. And I don't know what happened to this part of the thread, but oh, I knotted it. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I can get rid of that part. Great. I'm like, why is this knot still here? Then I realized I'd done another knot earlier, and it seems to be sticking with that smaller knot, so we can seam rip that one. Oh, Lord. Oh, you know what? Scissors are a better tool for this. I like the merman tails from H2O a lot better than the mermaid tails. I think that they look pretty good. I like the design of the merman tails. It kind of sucks you don't see a lot of those. Okay, so, like, half of my crusty things just came off. And some of them are, like, under the part that the shell is now, which I was kind of anticipating happening, but it's sort of annoying. Because, of course, the ones that are under the shell are the ones that are actually staying on. But it's fine. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to do a little bit more re-gluing of some of my little crusties. Crusties is such a great word to describe beautiful, magical things I'm putting on my thing. It sucks because I finally found a place where I felt I belonged, yet I felt so unsafe. Then it's probably, yeah, like maybe put your account on private. That's like the main thing I'd suggest for people, especially underage. Like, put your account on private. Don't follow, don't let people follow you unless you, like, actually trust them. then, you know, when you're attending things in person, like make sure you have either like a parent or a guardian or a trusted adult with you. Because there's mermaids that come to, when my pod did meetups before COVID hit, you know, we had underage mermaids, and their parents would come along, and they're like, no, I'm not going to let you, like, swim with a bunch of, you know, adults in the pool, and it's like, yeah, obviously, yeah, you know, and parents would just, like, get a chair, sit by the side, and, you know, maybe take photos, and it was great, and no one ever had an issue with it. And if anyone did have an issue, then I would not trust them if they said, oh, why do their parents gotta be here? Like, because they're a minor? I don't know. It's a top swimmable? It should be. It should be. Do you play other games? Yeah, I played, like, some video games. I'm working my way through Breath of the Wild right now, which is really fun. And then I really like board games. Some of my mermaid friends are actually going to do a, like, virtual mermaid board game night, which I'm kind of stoked for. Except there's one person that's, like, in the group that I don't like at all, so I'm kind of hoping that they aren't there, because I don't like them at all. They're very narcissistic and self-centered, and they're like, everything must be about me. And I'm like, actually, newsflash, it doesn't. Newsflash, you can not always get what you want all the time. For the greater good of the group. Just a hot take there for ya. If they're watching, I hope they know who they are. But knowing them, they probably don't. Okay. I'm gluing on more of my crusties again, because that's just the nature of crafting with Faith, is she just loses her mind! No, she just loses her little gems and things. Oh, this is part of the pen cap that my loving boyfriend stepped on yesterday. That's okay. I'm like, what is this? That's not a bead. I'm also wearing pants. Oh, there's that. There's the bead I was looking for. This little purple thing. I love Breath of the Wild so much. It's one of my favorite games ever. It's so fun. Is the Siren tail damaged or not? Like, it has, like, a tiny bit of, like, honestly, the only damage really is, like, the foot pockets are a little caved in, but that happens, like, all the time with any silicone tail. So, it's, like, in pretty good condition, honestly. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to keep it in as good condition as it was. No guarantees. But, if anyone, like, I'll probably be selling it in the future, just because it's very big, and, I want to be able to afford other things. So, and have space for other things. So, if you are seriously interested in purchasing the Siren Tail, just send me an email or a DM, and I'll add you to a list of people that when I am ready to possibly say goodbye, I will send out a mass email. I'm thinking of doing, like, an application thing to make sure it goes to the right person, so do it, like, just, you know, shoot me an offer, right? Because I'd rather have it go to the right person than it to go to the highest bidder, you know? Because something's only worth what someone is willing to pay for it, right? And I believe that some people would likely pay a very, very high price, but I don't want it to be just who's going to pay it the most. It's also going to be who do I wouldn't say, like, deserves, but who do I believe will be the best person for it? Like, will they get use out of it? Do they know how to take care of it? Will they be able to swim in it? Or if they're planning on keeping it pristine, are they, like, actually, you know, able to? Like, this isn't just a I want it sort of thing. Like, this is a, are you going to cherish it? Are you going to love it? Cherish it. Give it everything it deserves. Give it the home it deserves. Because, you know, I was lucky enough to be able to, you know, I have the network, and I have the, you know, the skills to showcase it. I mean, I don't know if I'm as talented as I think I am, but, you know, I do have the skills to show it off to the world and the mermaid community specifically. But I want it to, you know, if someone eventually does purchase it, I want them to be able to maybe not do the same, but also continue on its legacy, I guess is the best way to put it. I want the legacy of the Siren Tail to continue with more than just me and what I can do, but also with someone else and what they can do, whether it's performing, whether it's showing it off, whether it's, you know, doing whatever. I mean, it'd be really cool if it went to, like, someone who performed, but it's also, like, quite the responsibility of a tail. It's not, like, it's not easily replaced, let's just say that. I thought it was your glasses for a moment. Oh no. I want to see more Siren-esque spandex tails. That would be very cool. Maybe Mertailor will make one. Okay. So, here, I'll show you guys what I've done today. Whoop! Dropped my glue. Alright, this is what I've done. Does it look any good? I don't know. I think I'm going to add more things up to the top, but I'll show you guys what we're dealing with here. So that's sort of what I've done. It's not terrible. Yeah, I need to do more things on the side. I won't do it on the top, but I'll do it, like, as far as the shell goes, you know? Well, I mean, there's not a lot of space at the top. So, no, I think I'll just do, like, a few more little bits and bobs on the bottom. And, let's see, what else we got? Got another piece of amethyst crystal. Put that on the side. There's my glue. Fell on the floor. Because I'm only 13 years old, do you think I should get a silicone tail? No, I would wait until you've stopped growing. Because, I mean, silicone tails do stretch, but not enough. Like, I know people who have, like, especially in length. That's the thing. Like, they can kind of stretch in width. Like, for most, you know, for most adult females, you know, if you gain, like, anywhere from, like, 10 to 20 pounds, it'll still kind of fit, but, you know, you might need to make some modifications, but if it doesn't fit you in length, your butt's going to hang out and it's not going to be good. So, I would definitely suggest waiting until you've stopped growing. I was in no place to get a silicone tail when I was a teenager, and up into my 20s, like, I was, you know, someone... It still kind of annoys me, but someone messaged me. They're like, oh my gosh, when are you going to get a silicone tail? Mind you, this person had several very expensive fabric and partial, and I think they had a silicone tail at that point. They're like, oh my gosh, when are you going to get a silicone tail? And I'm like, girl, I am fresh out of college. I have, like, almost no money. I still live at home. I mean, granted, living at home can definitely make it easier for you to get a silicone tail because your expenses aren't as high, but I was like, no, and then they're just like, oh, why if you ask your parents? And I'm like, what world do you live in? I'm not asking my parents for a silicone tail. I'm not that, like, yeah, it was a conversation that made me go, oh, some people are very privileged. And that person is not me. I was like, I can't, no, that's not how it works, friend. I can't ask my parents for a luxury mermaid tail because I want one. Like, my parents talked me out of buying a mythic, and I'm very grateful that they did. Because then I got my silicone tail a year later. And if I had a mythic, I probably wouldn't have gotten that silicone tail. But yeah, you know, I'm like, interesting. I mean, you know, if your parents can help you pay for a silicone tail, by all means, you know? That's your life. That's their money. They can choose to do what they want. But I was like, to assume that everyone's parents can do that was a little like, holy moly. I think that person has matured slightly and kind of come to realizations of the wonders of inequality. But maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, okay, I've finished this one side. I'm going to actually add one of the little crystal doodads to the top, to the shell, because I realized one of them is missing. So we're going to add that on real quick. And then what we're going to do is we should have, I don't know. I feel like I did it in the wrong order, but it's kind of too late to go back now. You gotta feel me? Okay, I think I've got all the crystal doodads in the right spots. Yes, I was only missing one from this part of the top, and because that's where the seam was, so I had to pull it off. Are Mertailor tails worth the cost, and is there a difference in the fantasy and the whimsy? Yeah, the whimsies are better quality, and I would say I think they're worth it. I think they're pretty good. I don't know about the monofin. Like, every time I get tempted by a monofin, I look at the cost of it and the cost for shipping to Canada, and I go, no thank you. Maybe the Fantasy Fin 4 one day, but that's a bit of a pipe dream, you know? Next Monday is my birthday. Well, happy early birthday. Okay. Well, I've done one side. Okay, I think I'll do a bit of the painting of it all. because I'm not done my coffee, and I need to finish my coffee on stream for some inexplicable reason. So, do I want to paint it though? Ugh. Maybe I'll do the painting later. I kind of feel like not painting right now. But you know what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew it on actually good to the other side, because I realized that it was dumb to half sew it on at first and then, like, not actually finish what I needed to do, you know? And then realized that I just wasted a bunch of time. So we're gonna sew it on today. Okay, there we go. Excellent. All right, that looks even. Even enough for me. For me. Even enough. For Christmas, I'm getting a FinFun Atlantis tail. That's awesome. Oh, man. Those tails are great. That'll last you a good long while. They're super cool. Yeah. I like those ones. And FinFun, excuse me, oh my goodness. FinFun is coming out with their Pro line soon. Their not Atlantis. What was it called? Elite tails. So that'll be rad. I can't wait to see more of those. I should check their social media channel, see if they've come up with anything. Alright, once again, I have lost my sewing needle and my mind. Where did it go? Where is my sewing needle? Rage. Where did you go, friend? I don't think I put it back in the... I don't think I was responsible and put it back in the sewing box. Of course not. Oh, there's an amethyst over there. Well, okay. Guess we're just using a different sewing needle. That's fine. All is well. I got Northern Lights. Ooh, that one's pretty. Yeah, I was really stoked on the fact that they made an Atlantis tail of that one, because that one was a very nice design. I love the fins on the Atlantis, and it's a good price too. Yeah, it's actually a very, very good price. Oh wow, 20. Kind of wish I was back to 20. I'm about to turn 23. My scroll fell through for obvious reasons. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Well, you know, you've got your whole life to figure it out. You've got your whole life to figure it out. And, I mean, I liked being 20. But there was a lot of things that weren't so good about being 20. Yeah, 2018 was an interesting year. I learned a lot about myself in 2018, that's for sure. I had lots of new experiences and, yeah, figured out a lot about, you know, what I thought I wanted, what I, you know, got to, you know, just kind of live life, make mistakes, get messy. You know, had an existential crisis or two. It was good. It was grand. Do I want to go back to it? Not really. Not really. I'm grateful for the, you know, the hardships that I had, you know, the things I had to face and, you know, things I had to overcome in that time. And, yeah, it taught me some good life lessons, but I'm not about to, you know, wish to go back to that period in my life. There's some things that I miss from that time, but not a lot of them. It was mostly just, I remember when my rent was cheaper. And of course going on tour. I really miss that. I need to call my friend from tour. There we go. I also had a horrible dream that one of my other friends from tour was like an anti-masker, and I was like, oh no. But I feel like that's not super far from the truth. I'm like, oh no. That might actually be the case. Oh shoot, I did it wrong! Ow, and I stabbed myself. Oh no, I got distracted. Talking about people I have no business talking about. I've been punished. Get back in there. We're doing a pro gamer move called reverse sewing. It's not working. Shoot. Come on, Faith. Get the needle through the hole without ripping it up. I feel like I may. I just did. Ow! And I stabbed myself right in the fleshy part of my thumb. Ooh, crafting is so relaxing! There we go. Whew. I'm 19 now. I already feel like an old lady. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ta-da! I got it out. How do you become a professional mermaid? Lots of hard work, being a good swimmer, being a good performer, and hustling. If you're interested, Raina Mermaid has some very good books about how to actually go about it. So I would recommend checking them out. I think it's called Fishy Business. Might make a good Christmas present if you're not sure what to get for Christmas or what to ask for Christmas. Invest in your future. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. I realized what my mistake was, and we're not going to do it again. Because then that just made the bra really poor. Like, the problem with what I'm doing as sewing is it's kind of causing the bra to, like pucker weirdly, and we're not about that. So we basically need to, like, go around the shell, but then basically make the same hole in the bra. So we kind of need to go down through the shell and then back into, like, the same area to do all the stitching. I just brewed the breaker on my studio. Oh no, Amethea! Oh my gosh, you just not been having the best luck with the studio and all the things. That's unfortunate. Hey, yeah, there we go. Imagine mermaids wear masks and social distance underwater. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's going to work. People are like, why don't you do meetups? And I'm like, you dumb? Have you met a group of mermaids? There is so much socialness going on. And our government right now is saying, hey, maybe don't do anything social. Especially, like, we're all, like, confined together. Like, you see, like, photos of my pod taking group shots. We're all scooshed together. You know, people are spluttering above the water. We're giving each other hugs. We're sharing gear. And then we go out and, like, have food afterwards and at a restaurant. And it's just, no, we can't do that right now. And, like, even if I wanted to be like, screw it, we can try and make it safe. Like, pools right now, they would, like, just kill us. They'd be like, no, you can't do that. And we'd be like, well, why not? We can do what we want. We're mermaids. And they'd be like, no. We've put up with enough of your stuff. Like, if we had, like, a big group of, like, even now, like, if I go swimming with, like, one of my local pod, like, you know, my pod family, back before we had a few more restrictions, they were, like, I'd feel really weird. I'm like, I know, there's more than one of us. I feel bad. My friends never gonna let me live down that in a few months I'm only older than everyone. I've become a grandma. Friends will always do that. That's what friends are for. Can't handle the air compressor, heater, and fan at the same time. Oh no! Oh, that does not sound fun. Oh dear. Do you have to, like, move? I guess you gotta play the fun game called Extension Cord to another breaker circuit or something? That's unfortunate. Also, you know what else is unfortunate is I think I sewed this. I sewed it in the wrong spot. I sewed the bra in the wrong spot. How did that happen? Oh, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I can make it slide. I hope. Can I? Will this work? I don't know. Shoot. Like, I basically, like... No. Oh, dang it. It's totally in the wrong spot. Oh, all that work for nothing. Oh my goodness. I love crafting. Do you like fairies? I don't mind fairies. I think they're pretty cool. I would like to get fairy wings at one point, because that just sounds really freaking rad. That would be really cool. I'm just so disappointed. Okay, how did I do it on the other side? Because it didn't do that. It, like, basically slid, like, 2 centimeters to where I need it to be, from where I need it to be. And it's just not comfy. I hate sewing. I really do. It was kind of my goal this year is to get better at sewing. But like all these projects that I've been doing are so different, and then I try so different, and then I try to do like one method that I learned on one project, and then it just fails on another, and I'm like, cool. So I basically just make it up as I go along, but I'm a lot better than when I started. COVID certainly helped because I just would I'd have nothing to do in the evening, so I'd just go inside and sew and maybe talk to some friends or watch a show while I did it. Okay. How did I do it on this side? Where did I go wrong? Okay. So I sewed... Oh, I had the hole close to the edge. I see. And so then when it fell back, it just fell back onto the hole. Okay. Alright. Well, maybe I need to sew it around the opposite direction, because I thought I did it the same way. Interesting. Anyways, besides Fin Fun, what fabric tail companies do you recommend for a 13-year-old? Suntails, Magic Tail, the Two Tails. Those are all great companies. Not Fin Fun, Mertailor even makes good tails for preteens, like the Guppy tails, or even like one of his fantasy tails. The Looks at Wall, Suntails, the Two Tails, Magic Tail. Yeah. But honestly, like, I always recommend Fin Fun, because, like, other companies do well, but Fin Fun just does everything great and at a good price point. And they typically will have a design for everybody. And they do custom tails as well, which is rad. I'm more mature than others at my age in some spots. I know my life goals already. Become a YouTube mermaid. Have my boyfriend move here. Marry my boyfriend. Become a firefighter. That's excellent. It's good to have goals. If I don't have a girlfriend, who would be my merwrangler? I've had family members be my mertenders. I've had friends be my mertenders. All sorts of people. Like, there's someone I know who, well, not someone I know, but like someone online was like, yeah, my ex-husband mertends for me still. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome that you still have that relationship with someone. Like, really, it doesn't have to be romantic, but you do need to trust the person. Like, you do need to trust them and be comfortable with them, like, possibly getting up in your business, you know what I'm saying, or carrying you around, or just, being nice to you, and focused solely on your needs for the duration of the mermaid time. Basically. So, like, I have, my friend's husband will sometimes help me out. I'll be like, Aiden, please get me the camera, or please help carry me into the pool. And he's like, okay, I help you. I've had, like my mom, I'm like, Mother, please get me into my mermaid tail, and then yeet me into the water. And she's like, okay, sounds good. And, it's really fun. And not to discredit Mertender Bryson, but he's the best. He's the best of the best. He is the best of the Mertenders. Of all the people that I've had mertend for me, past and present. We had a big production yesterday. We did a lot of very difficult things yesterday, and everyone was a rock star. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. Okay, did I do it right this time? I'm gonna actually focus on doing it right. Like, I feel like it's just stretching incorrectly, and I don't know what to do about it. So you know what I am? No, you know what? Okay, we're gonna try a slightly different method, because I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna sew not one hole, but two holes, and get it, like, all the way around. We're gonna do a big loop on the bra instead of just on the seashell, big loop. Because I am distrusting of my sewing skills, and we want to make sure that things are okay with this bra. So even if it puckers weirdly, I don't care! Not today, it's gonna stay secure, and all that good stuff. Try and centralize the threads, though, because they're kind of going all over the place. They're probably gonna hate me and just be weird. But that's fine. That's fine. They need to be strong enough to lift 90 kilograms. I see, yes. Or they could, you know, you can have like a like a cart or something too. Like, you know, you can, like, I usually, like, it's not solely someone lifting me off the ground. Most of the time I will help prop myself up, or I will shuffle, or I will butt scooch, and usually I just need a bit of help to get the final push, you know, or the final in and out. Ugh. Or, you know, you could always hire someone too. Be like, hello, I need a strong person. You must be able to lift this. And to be okay with fishy butt. I have 3 tails. Congrats. How many tails do you have? 37. Oh, I realize I'm not going to be able to make that TikTok. Well, I still can. I guess. Yeah, I have a number. You can use longboards. Yeah, I could. I'd be a little afraid of the sketchiness of it. I don't mean sketchiness. I mean, like, scratchiness. You know? Okay. I don't know why this is, like, giving me trouble on this side when I had, like, 0 trouble with it before on the other side. Come on, brah. Oh, man. Sewing. Not my forte at all. But I think it'll look even if I do it here, so we're just gonna pray it works out. Where did you get Silicone tail? Mermaid Amethea. She actually has a website. I think it's ametheatales.ca, although I don't know if it's under repair right now, Amethea. I feel like last time I went to look, you were like, I'm fixing it. Hey, I found the other thread, or I found the other needle, which is great, because I lost my backup needle. It was inside my camera bag, which is on my floor. Come on. Get over here. There we go. When you think is a good age to get an expensive tail, where I'll get one and 2 seconds later, I'll grow out of it. I mean, I was 16 when I got my first tail, and it was $150. And that was like a price point that I felt comfortable with, even if I wasn't going to use it for that long. And I almost didn't, but then I was like, I should get a different tail, and I did. And then the addiction started, and I have no money ever. But, like, I thought about getting, like, a really expensive one when I was, like, 18, but I didn't have the funds for it. Was I 18? Maybe I was 19? I don't know. It was a while ago. But my parents were like, don't do that. And I was like, okay. And then, I guess I was 20 when I got my silicone tail. Yeah. Wow. That was a good thing that came out of 2018. So I got my silicone tail. Got to go on a very fun camping trip with all the friendos and unbox the tail, and it was mermazing. Doink! Alright. Alright, with this one, I'm just doing yield stab method. What I just pulled the thread like completely through, and it did nothing because I didn't put it into the bra. Stab. Idaho is halfway to impossible to find mermaids in. Like, I don't know any of it and haven't seen any others at all. I was just looking in larger Facebook groups like Mermaid Mania or the Mertailor Facebook group. Or like the Finfolk Facebook group, and just seeing, you know, just putting out a post saying, hey, is anyone in my state? That might be a good way. Searching on hashtags, like search like hashtag Idaho Mermaid or something like that. You know, it's, I know it's tricky. I know the struggle, but I believe in you. And if not, you can just make mermaids. You can find friends, make friends, and then say, hey, you want to be a mermaid? And they'll be like, what the heck? And then they'll try it, and they'll be like, yes, I want to be a mermaid. Several people who are friends of mine can confirm that this method works. I'm still struggling with my mermaid channel due to stage fright talking to camera. Even doing it alone scares me. You can always just do voiceovers. You don't have to show your face. I do voiceovers for some of my videos. I'm thinking that for this upcoming video, I might like just have some parts of it being like almost like a time lapse or whatever, and then me just talking about it. Due to maybe footage not turning out exactly as much as helpful as I would have liked it to be. I don't know. I haven't really decided, but that was a thought I had today. It's just, maybe I should do it this way. So, I don't know if you guys would like that or not. I haven't even had a chance to swim my tails yet. I have to hold myself back from getting more skins and our tailors a blessing and curse at the same time. Oh man, the addiction is real. No, seriously. I think this week I'm going to try to, one of my local pools reopened. I think I talked about it in my last stream, and I was super stoked on it. Or I think I talked about that in the Instagram stream. I'm super stoked on it, so I want to see what their COVID things are like. And there's a tail also from Mertailor that I purchased earlier this year. It's an old style Mertailor. You can't find it anymore. It's not one of his new ones. But I got it. Oh my gosh, my voice is just going. I bought it and I swam in it. I have not swam in it in an actual pool. I swam in it in my backyard pool, which doesn't count, and I swam in it in the lake, and I didn't get footage of it. So I'm like, oh shoot. And I've made some TikToks in it, but I haven't actually like swam in it. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I need to go take you on a little date. So I think I might try and do that. What's the price of a Mermaid Amethyst silicone tail? I think the base price start at 3,500 Canadian, but you can check her website. Ow, what? Is that my pin? Or is that just part of my pants that just stabbed me? I think I just stabbed myself with part of my pants. Nice. Comfy. I want to try swimming with my mom for the first time, but there are no public pools around where I live, and it's too cold to swim in natural waters around me. Oh, that's a bummer. Try looking into, like, gyms or something. Also, I discovered something great, okay? You can literally find pools in your city that aren't public pools, that might be, like, gym pools or, like, pools in condo complexes and things, by going to your health inspector's website and looking in the pool section. And because they have to post all their, at least in my province, they have to post their health inspections online. Like, that's part of it, so anyone can look up the record of wherever they are, whether it be a restaurant or a facility or whatnot. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And there's like probably like 5 or 6 pools in like my local neighborhood that are just like part of apartment complexes and stuff. And I'm like, well, if I ever have the equity to afford not like a basement suite or whatever, then huzzah, I know where to look. Find a place with a pool by going there. Hi, hello. I feel you with Southeast Idaho and swimming isn't very common. Yes. Thank you, Bryson and DG for the shouts. Well, of course, we have to shout you out all the time because you're amazing and we love your work. We gotta support Canadian artists. Canada, best country ever, or at least better than the States. Alrighty. Alright, we're on the last thread, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. You guys keep me motivated. If I don't do streams while I'm working on stuff, then, like, I had a bit of creative zest tonight, but I wasn't feeling editing, so I'm like, what do I do with creative zest? I must talk to camera and make top look pretty. I don't know if I succeeded in the making it look pretty, but I definitely succeeded in the talking part. I've done a lot of talking, and I haven't even finished my coffee. Slurp. Delicious. Okay. Also, YMCAs sometimes aren't listed as pools, but most of the time YMCAs will have pools. And sometimes YMCAs are like, what? Ugh, mermaid tails are bad. But a lot of times YMCAs just suck. And so they won't even care. I speak from several experiences. The National Mermaid Pod used to swim at a YMCA, but then it, like, basically killed them all with the chlorine, and they're like, let's not do this. But that's where they had their first meetup that I was at, and then it was born, and I'm like, I've made a community again. Oops. Oops, I did it again. Oh, there's my other needle. Okay, I'm gonna put it back where it belongs this time. Alrighty. And one more zoom. Yeah, but you're gonna go to a YMCA pool to film? What? I'm sorry to the YMCA fans, but really? I don't know, has the YMCA given you a bad experience? I mean, yeah, YMCAs aren't the best place to film. They're typically very dingy, is what I found. Like, they don't invest in, like, actually good lighting. So it's just this dank, musty cave. Ooh. But I'm curious, Bryson, what is your salt with YMCA? What has YMCA ever done to you? Actually, there's a pretty good YMCA that got built in northern BC, and our friend... Is that someone subscribing? Oh, thank you, Debbie Thomas, for subscribing. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're on the stream, but thank you. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I have a little widget set up so that if you donate via the link in the description, or if you send a super chat, or if you subscribe, I think are the things that it has set up to do. The little nerd maid will pop up and, like, say your name. Well, not say your name, but your name will appear in, like, fun colors, and it's really cool. I haven't used it in a while, so I feel like I just accidentally sewed through some of the knitting in a bad way, and I feel ashamed. There we go. I just tuck it back under. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're great. We love crafting. Lanes are like half a lane when I went and doing a distance on that lane. Oh no. Were you doing like a recert, or was it just like you went for fun? Because I'm sorry. I don't know why you'd feel necessary to go to a YMCA for fun if you like literally work for like 3 municipalities. Eileen Powell, need to see you, Siren Tail. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I kind of hope that she reaches out and be like, oh my gosh, you got the Siren Tail, but I don't know. Maybe I should start tagging her in my posts and just be like, yo. But I don't think that I got the tail. Oh, what is it? Congratulations to the Fire Siren for subscribing. Well, thank you. Did you like unsubscribe and resubscribe, or have you just not been subscribed? Where's an expensive place to get a seashell top? It's a good question. I have just a fabric one from Hot Topic. There's also like fabric ones you can buy on like eBay and stuff. There's also like FinFun kind of makes seashell-ish tops. Not really, now that I think about it, but they're seashell styled-ish, I think. Also, just like I bought this, like the shells were on a top in a Facebook group for like $20. I've never seen a top for that cheap since then, but I just like had this deal and it looked really bad. Like the photo of it was so awful and I was like, do I dare? But I'm like, you know what? It looks like it can hold up, so I dare. And it was a good purchase. I was pretty pleased. Yoink. And alright. Basically just gonna sew this on until I run out of thread. Call it a day. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on. Stab. Boy, I love sewing. My back totally isn't contorted into an unnatural position right now. Furthering my pain. It is okay. Everything's fine. Alright. Stab. Pull. Why are the threads not tight? Why are they loosey-goosey? What is your problem? Crafts are so fun and relaxing. I do not craft often, can you tell? This is my mermaiding channel, only mermaid stuff. I wasn't subbed on this one, I guess. Oh, great. Why Adam and Sawtooth 2005 Special Edition DVD Mermaid Scene, or DVD movie scene. I feel like you're typing gibberish, and if you keep typing gibberish, it's kind of distracting. You might get to be put in a timeout like a 2-year-old. I like doing timeouts on my YouTube chat because it puts people in their place. I'm like, haha, I feel like a mom of like a group of very aggressive toddlers. You don't get to talk right now. If only I could do that in real life. If only I could say, I just don't have the time for you, or I don't have the energy for you. Timeout for 300 seconds. And then they get to shut up for 300 seconds. That would be snazzy. I accidentally sewed through the netting. That's not good. Now it's stuck. Maybe I can pop it out. I don't know. I might need to cut it. Rage. Shadow Legends. Oh, Lord. There we go. Almost. Oh, it's still stuck. Okay, what can I afford to snip? Should I snip the netting? Should I snip the top? It's all around this one area of netting. Oh, I think I need to snip the... I'm so tired. You're getting your first silicone tail. Congrats! That's so exciting. It's very exciting. Where are you getting it from? Alright, well, guess all that work was for nothing. Because there's like 3 or 4 different strands, and I don't know where they're coming from. It's okay. It looked messy, so we're just going to try again. But now I have to seam rip it all, which is very annoying. Oh, shoot. I think I seam ripped the wrong thing. Oh my gosh, I literally seam ripped the wrong thing. Crap. So now we know why we don't use the same thread on everything. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, we're going to keep this over here. And we're actually going to sew through all of it together. I'm actually going to be sewing the netting onto the top again, but using a different area. Where's my needle? It's 9:30. I've been streaming for 2 hours. And I'm not done what I wanted to get done today. Crafting. So much fun. There's my needle. Needle, needle, needle. Okay. Ooh, snip, 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 snip. Yep. I am going to try Merofins. Don't! No, 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 no. Do not go with Merofins. I am so sorry. There's just too many people that have had bad experience with him. Basically, with Merofins, you get what you pay for. And if you don't have, like, any form of reputation or following, he's not going to treat you well, and he's not going to make your tail the way you want it to be. So, don't. I'm so sorry. I know that his tails are cheap. I know that it's alluring. But I promise you, you are going to be disappointed. I've known, like, so many people with tails from Merofins, and they just don't look good. Like, they don't fit them. They don't have good seams. Their paint jobs are sloppy. It's barely even the colors they asked for. And, like, even though it's silicone, like, it just doesn't look good. I'm sorry. Like, so many people I know, like, get a silicone tail from Merofins, and then they're, like, saving up for, like, a mertailor or something. Like, it's a pattern I've seen. It's really bad. Like, you might as well just spend a little bit longer to wait for, saving up for, than paying for, and waiting for a silicone tail from a reputable tail maker, such as my friend, Mermaid Amethyst. 'Cause, yeah, like, it's just... I'm so sorry. It's just not worth it going with Merofins. Like, you might have a good experience. Like, I know some people who have had good experiences, but they're typically the people that will buy, like, his, like, full package, or are people who, like I said before, are a little bit more known in the mermaid community, which is a horrible thing for a tail maker to be doing. But that's how he runs his business. And, you know, he can get customers. He can do whatever he wants. But, as a longtime member of the mermaid community, I just wouldn't recommend getting one from Merofins. I was tempted, but I was a good little mermaid, and looked on the Mer Network and looked at various reviews and went, this isn't for me. I don't want to be treated badly simply because I'm not paying his, you know, full price. I would recommend, like, if you're looking for a slightly cheaper silicone tail, going with a Mernation Genesis tail. Those are, like, fairly well priced, and they're going to be nice to you. You're going to get it in a good amount of time, and you're going to get, like, it to fit, and there's not going to be a janky monofin that they make inside of it. There's, like, going to be an actual legitimate monofin. So, yeah. Like, spilling some mermaid tea. I know that this question comes up, you know, every now and then from people who don't know, and just, please do not go with Merofins. I beg of you. It'll be a disappointment. You know, and, like, that's the thing with any piece of art, like, any, especially, like, custom piece of art, there might always be something that you're like, oh, shoot, that's not actually what I wanted, or, oh, we have, thank you to Honey Crossing for subscribing. Thank you so much. What about Aqua Mermaid? No! Oh my gosh! Don't get a tail from Aqua Mermaid either. Oh, we've been over this. Okay, here's people you should not get tails from. Shallow Mermaid. I know. They've been okay, but I don't like them. Shallow Mermaid. They've had a bit of a rough past, and I don't trust them. Just because they're, like, way too dramatic and think with their feelings and work with their feelings instead of their logic. Merofins. Don't get a silicone tail from Merofins. He's not nice. He has a history of being, like, rather abrasive with clients and just not a nice man. And then don't get a mermaid tail from Mako Mermaids, silicone fabric, whatever. It's a scam. It's not worth it. Their tails are not good quality. Like, I know some people have, like, reviewed them positively, and, like, I think that they're okay mermaid tails, but, like, Aqua Mermaid themselves is not a business you want to be supporting because they really, like, undercut professional mermaids. And just in basically anything she touches, she is stolen from somebody else. So don't get a tail from Aqua Mermaid. Those are, like, the 3 mermaid tail makers that I wouldn't really recommend. Looks at Wall of Tails. Like, all the tails I reviewed are ones that from brands that I, like, do trust and I think are okay, but some of them, like, you know, you can see my reviews and I'm like, I wasn't the biggest fan of this for this and this reason. Also, don't get a tail from Wish. Thank you to Bryson Murray for donating. No, Shallow Mermaid. Oh, the $2. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Bryson. Don't get one from Shallow Mermaid. I know it's tempting, but you can get one from Shop Vancouver Mermaid instead, and she'll be nice to you, and you will be pleased with the results, and you won't be afraid of getting scammed! Trying to think of other tail makers that are not so good that I have forgotten about. I mean, there's a few people that come and go that, like, make 2 tails, and then they're like, and then people are like, you suck, and they're like, yeah, then they stop. How do you make a duct tape dummy? You wrap your body in saran wrap, and then you get little pieces of duct tape. You don't, like, wrap your body in duct tape. You get, like, so you wrap yourself in saran wrap, and then obviously you want to be with your legs slightly apart the same way you would with your monofin. Also, update, the sewing of this final loop-de-loop is going a lot better. And then you apply little pieces of duct tape in kind of a crisscross pattern around your body, and then you just snip it down the middle, and take it off and relish in the fact that your skin can breathe again, and send it off to your tail maker and call it a day. That's how I made mine anyways. I know that Mernation typically asks for a duct tape dummy, I believe. And possibly, what's his name? C3C. Amethyst did, but I don't think she does now. Yes, go to Shop Vancouver Mermaid if you're interested in custom beautiful tails. Alright, and on that note, I have sewn my last shell fastener, so let's see what we got. Putting this on over my clothes. I really think I may need to sew some, like... Oh wow, I thought I did a good job with this, but it's not. What happened? Why is there just, like, 3 strings loose there? Oh no. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna have to do this again? How did this happen? What? Did I just break it? Did I snip it to the wrong spot? Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna need to tie this in a couple knots. Because I really don't feel like doing the same part once more. Just gonna tie this part off a lot. It's really not pretty, guys. I don't know if this was the best idea. But, I mean, the swim top, the whole reason I'm doing this is because the swim top this was on was very, like, starting to get all droopy, and it wasn't giving me full coverage, which was bad, and I was having, like, a few photos where I couldn't use it because I was exposed, and I'm like, I don't want that! So I bought this bra, and then I'm just basically transferring all the things that was on the swim top to the bra top, and then hopefully I can swim in it again. But, yes, it's proving to be a slightly more difficult than I thought, because I'm not very good at crafting. I know other people are, like, very good at making shell tops, but those people are not me. I am quite terrible at it. So, yeah, this isn't a tutorial. This is called You Guys Keeping Me Sane, as I'm just struggling with everything about this. Okay. Alright, we're gonna put it on. The E6000 seems to be holding on so well. I love it. Oh, thank you. I just modified my mermaid tail that I made. So instead of the fancy fins, now the Mahina model fit excellently. Alright, this is what we got. It's not going to fit perfectly because I'm doing it over a big bulky slither. And it's going to look really weird because it's over said big bulky slither, but this isn't bad. So as you can see, the seaweed hangs down. We've got some gems on the side. I mean, it looks really bad in the webcam, so I'm just going to look in the mirror. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. I see some bald spots that I'm going to need to fill in. But I think it definitely looks cuter when I do have the sparkles, so I'm glad I did add the sparkles to it. I'm not going to do the band of it. Oh, the band is twisted. That's why it feels weird. I'm like, why does it feel tighter? It shouldn't be that tight. It's twisted. Hopefully the band is the same color as my skin. That would be real rad. Shell bra. Yeah, I'm gonna need to add a few more, but like from far away, it's not bad. I think that I might change out the multicolored look of it to being all silvers, because I'm not sure, but also I like this little gemly inside. So I might go live on like TikTok or Instagram or whatnot and finish it off at some point this week. Oh, you see the new Linden inflatable traveling monofin? I did. It looks very good. All right. There we go. Shell bra. Okay. And slither off, and now I just gotta scoop up all of my little gems and thing, put them back in my little sea witch collection of all the little things I've harvested from various other craft projects and items and things I've purchased and things I've found, little doodads. There's a piece of glue. But thank you guys for coming along on this little crafting journey. Always appreciate your guys' input and all your questions and discussion times. It's very good. I actually had a fairly good turnout for a late Monday night, so I'm kind of stoked on that. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to watch my newest video if you haven't already. I'm actually, I was surprised actually by the lack of discussion we had about the tail I purchased from the show Siren. So maybe you guys are the watching the live stream squad, but not the watching the video squad. I don't know, but oh, there's a car driving very loudly outside my room. That's not very cool. But if you guys are interested in the Siren tail, I will be working on a video of it this week, hopefully to be out again for Friday. If not, probably Saturday. But that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to showing you guys more and more about that tail. It's going to be a fun little ride. Actually, I'm going to keep this laying out so that it dries. Just lay it here. Dry the glue nice and flat. It seems mostly dry on some things, but E6000 takes like 24 hours or so to cure, you know? Snippy. I freaking love that tail. Oh, good. The Siren one. Well, I will get... It seems like people are going to bed, so I'm going to say good night to you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys